Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far and sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hey, kid. Why the long face?
He's awake!
Oh, you made it.
Welcome back. 1 chip down, 3 to go. Who's next?
All right. Here we go. What do we usually say here? Oh, you don't remember? Okay, I'll do it. All right, here we go. Hello, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and
Trent Hoffman.
And you're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. We're in a podcast, right? And welcome to episode 59. Today, we're going to be talking about the 7th episode of Bad Batch, which is Battle Scars. With me, my little buddy, is Mr. Trent Hoffman. What up? How you doing, dude?
Good.
So no more school.
Yeah.
Done.
Yes.
Finito.
Yes.
That's awesome. We watched a lot of Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Where are we at? Did we finish Last Crusade?
No, I think so, but...
Yeah, we watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. We watched Temple of Doom, minus the scary parts. We watched Last Crusade. We finished Last Crusade, didn't we?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
So we're watching King Kong.
King Kong.
The 2005.
Oh yeah, 2005. That one has scary parts too. We skipped those.
Yeah, but I love it.
Yeah, it's. Why do you like King Kong so much?
I don't know, it's so fun, but my favorite part is like the floppy jaw.
The floppy jaw T-Rex, right?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
why is he? I'm just confused. Why does he do that? Like,
Why does he do that?
yeah,
Because he's just making sure that the T-Rex is dead.
like Cafito.
Finito, not confito. What's confito? What else? Oh, we had to say bye to Charlie. Charlie didn't die, but Charlie moved in with your brother Jordan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we did that. We got a new car.
Yes.
No big deal.
Yeah.
And then where did we go?
Cleveland.
Went to Cleveland, got to see the cousins.
Yeah.
I guess your second cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
I don't know. The hotel.
The hotel. Well, yeah, it was fun. Yeah. And guess what?
What?
We were on another podcast.
Yeah.
DJ
Yes.
and Star Wars and Beyond. What did we talk about there?
Star Wars.
Star Wars? What are you talking about, man? What else did we talk about there? Talking a lot about Star Wars.
I don't know.
Oh man. Well, we had a good time there. We answered a lot of questions from DJ. It was a lot of fun. It was.
And I kind of asked DJ.
Yeah, you kind of flipped it on him, man. You were being the interviewer.
Yes.
You were just like, "Hey, man, what's going on?"
Yes.
What question did you like asking? What did you ask him? I forget. You asked him a couple questions.
What was your favorite? I don't know.
Oh, if you could be any, the one question I really liked, you said, if you could be any character in Star Wars, who would you be?
Yeah.
And who'd you say?
Boba.
Boba. Yeah, but we kind of landed there too. We were kind of like, we kind of said that we would like to be smugglers.
Yeah.
Be cool to have your own ship, do your own thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Boba's basically a smuggler, but
He's a bounty hunter / smuggler.
how is he a smuggler? Like, what's that?
Well, he smuggles whatever the bounty is, you know? Sometimes it's dudes, and sometimes it's other things.
Like what?
Weapons and all that kind of stuff. That's
But
smuggling.
Does he take what he wants, not like other people want?
Well, he takes the job of whatever that contract is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But sometimes he just tricks them and just gets it for himself.
I don't know if he would do that, because then he would be going off on the bounty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sometimes he did. You like, hey, here's the cards, thank you, and just leave it right there. Sometimes
He would break the contract.
no, he'll just like he'll just he got the credits, everything's fine. Like thank you for the weapons and like if something goes wrong, you don't really want to do that.
Oh no, you don't want to cross him.
Yeah, you just
But if he goes back on the if he kind of goes back on the bounty, then he wouldn't later. People wouldn't trust him to do it. You know what I'm saying?
How do you know? Because what about if it's secret? Like nobody ever knows the dude or like the guy or just like anything. Like it was like a secret dude.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. We just finished Lego Masters.
Yeah.
Which this episode was. This was. What was this called? Do you remember?
No.
It was like Make It Shake or Shake and Bake or. So that was pretty cool. Essentially they had to build a 4-foot tall building, right?
Yeah.
And they put it on this like shake plate.
It goes up to 11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. What was your favorite build? Which one did you like?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, okay. Well, I definitely liked that they picked Dave and Richard. I thought that was awesome. And now the gold brick is in play again, because who won the first challenge? Oh, Zach and Wayne. They had those cool like dragon float thing. Yeah, and they got the gold brick, but then they gave up the gold brick this time because they're like, we don't think our build held, and it actually went to like 9 or 10 or something like that. So
no, 8.
8? Yeah. But those other brothers, Mark and Steven, who were pretty good the last 2 rounds, they almost
What?
They almost lost too.
How?
Yeah, because they failed. They got a low number on the old shake and bake meter or whatever it was called. Yeah. But Dave and Richard won, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So yeah, we're really liking Lego Star Wars Lego Master Season 2, man. All right, so we are talking today about the Bad Batch Battle Scars. So how this start off, brother?
I want you to do it.
You want me to do it? Okay, so this started off with they had a lizard. Remember the lizard? They grabbed the lizard, and the lizard got captured by the Bad Batch. That was part of the deal, and they give it back to who's the bounty hunter lady? Sid. So they grabbed the lizard, and boom, they got it. But then Sid kind of cuts him low.
Oh.
She only gave him a couple credits. Yeah, and it was like, no. So they did that, and so, but what does Wrecker and Omega do after their score? Do you remember? They got like this cool, they got like Garrett's popcorn or something. It's not Garrett's popcorn, but they got some mix or whatever.
And Wrecker turned on them.
Oh, what? Wait. You're not supposed to say that right away.
Yeah, you did it. It's you.
No. So they got like this Garrett. They got the Garrett's popcorn mix, and they shared that. But you know what Wrecker does?
What?
It's like, dude, I don't got any money. He's like, I don't got anything, and he puts it on the tab, right? So Den's like, hey, your boy Wrecker is giving us all food and all that stuff, and so they celebrate the win with a cool little, I don't know what it's called. It's like, I don't know the exact Star Wars term of it, but I would say, I think it's like Mental Mix or something.
Yeah.
We're just going to call it Garrett's Popcorn because we're from Chicago. We like Garrett's, the Chicago mix. So they do that, which is kind of cool. It's like a little tradition that they started with with Omega and Wrecker, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, but there's somebody in the bar.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Rex.
We don't sound too happy about Rex. Yeah, Rex. So Captain Rex is doing what? He's checking up on the boys.
Yeah.
You heard about him. And that was the Martez sisters' contact. You remember when last episode you said it was Darth Maul, but it turned out to be Captain Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of cool, right? Yeah, so then we have Captain Rex essentially saying, "Hey, heard about you guys and checking up on you." And what happens next here, bro?
I just don't remember anything.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll help you out. It's all good. So they have a standoff in the bar because what did the Bad Batch not do? Do you remember? What's inside their head?
The memory chip.
The memory chip, the inhibitor chip, I think they call it. And oh my gosh, Rex almost throws down with them.
Yeah.
He almost like,
Yeah.
but everything calms down, and but basically Rex is like, hey man, that's a ticking time bomb in your head, and if you don't get it out, it's not cool, man. It is not cool. So, and Wrecker is still complaining about headaches.
Yeah.
This is building up for the headaches. We've been talking about this for a couple weeks. Like Wrecker is like, hey, my head hurts, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
All right, this is the cool part. So, the cool part is they go to this planet called Baraka, whatever, and it's like, what is it? A junkyard?
Yeah.
And what's the junkyard?
I don't want to talk.
Okay. So the junkyard is from one of our favorite games. Do you remember?
I know, but I just don't want to talk.
Okay, so it's Jedi Fallen Order, which is one of our favorite games. And you remember where Cal was working, and he was like, we had to go through the ship, and this is right at the beginning level. You know, we had to go through the ship, and there's a big Sarlacc there, remember? And all the junk fell into the Sarlacc, and it was like eating it. Right? Okay, so Wrecker knows that there is a ship on
Rex.
Rex, thank you. Rex knows that there's a ship on a med bay thing on the ship, and so therefore they have to get there to take out the inhibitor chip. Mm-hmm. So they're crossing this like little plank, right? This like little skimpy like rope thing, and Wrecker's scared of heights, right? And then what happens with Wrecker?
There's a big cracker or something.
Cracker? It's not cracker. A kraken.
Yeah,
It's a Sarlacc pit. So the Sarlacc pit is right there, and it grabs Wrecker, and they have to pull him out. It's like, oh my gosh. And they get him there. And so they finally get there. But in that process, Wrecker hits his head one more time, and it's not good. And so they get him in the med bay. They get everything set up. The tech is setting everything up. And then you said it before. What happens to Wrecker?
He turns bad.
Oh, and Wrecker's like a destroy machine. He's like a boss mode, and he goes into full-blown Wrecker, I'm destroying everything, and it is not good. Not good at all, right?
Yes.
Ugh. So Wrecker turns on him, and it's like really bad. And so, but the other thing that's going on is like Wrecker being Wrecker, he's shooting everything up, and if he destroys the med bay, it's not good for the other boys. So they get him out. They basically get him. I think it's Hunter that kind of puts him in like a sleeper hold, man. Like, sleeper hold, brother.
Yeah.
And they calm him down, and they sedate him, right? No? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, Okay, so they do a sedation and they get him basically kind of like in a they get him sedated, and Tech kind of built this like cool kind of like head thing, and essentially got him in, got to know where the inhibitor chip is and all that kind of fun stuff. And so they do that, and essentially then they get the inhibitor chip out of Wrecker for the first one, and Omega's so happy because she forgives him, even though it was like really scary, because Wrecker was kind of chasing after her. Remember that? It was kind of scary, but Omega still likes him, and I think that's a really cool message. Is like, hey, it wasn't really his fault, but it was still scary and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, it was kind of cool. That was super cool that they did that, and then they get the operation done, and essentially they get everyone taken care of, right? And then essentially after that, they Rex is like, hey man, I gotta split, and we gotta do our thing. So so we got Wrecker basically apologizing to Omega, which is a very touching moment, and but Omega like immediately forgives him, which is a really cool thing. And essentially here at the end, Rex talks to somebody else in the Riscom, which we're assuming could be Ahsoka. It could be some of the other clones, but we're not 100% sure who he's talking to. And essentially Hunter and Rex have this kind of conversation at the end of, like before Rex leaves, and just really kind of just trying to figure out, like, they spent their whole life defending the Republic, and now it's something different that they're both not, they're both just not, they just don't know what the next steps are. But they understand too that this empire is not what they want, and it's not something that they want to fight for. They essentially, they do kind of this cool kind of like kind of foggy or whatever, and kind of Rex kind of fades out into the fog, which is kind of interesting. But they're being watched, and so this was kind of hinted a little bit before when they're kind of scouting out the place and looking for the Star Destroyer, the Venture class Republic ship. They noticed that there are a kind of a scrapper guild, I think is what they called it, that patrol the area, and they're on like a little skiff. And so that was something that they dropped a little hint before. And essentially then, they have they're using their binoculars, their macro binoculars, and they notice that there's an intruder, and they want to notify the Empire. So it's not looking good. Like, part of me feels like, why are these, the Bad Batch still in the Republic, like their Republic clone army gear? Like, I feel like they need to get new gear to kind of not so much kind of stick out, as they definitely have custom armor, which is different than the current Empire, regulations. And so I always wonder, like, why don't you try to blend in a little bit more? So but that's essentially how the episode ends, is that the skiff of the Scrapper Guild notices them, and it cuts. So lot there. I really like the part. This is a really solid episode. I mean, it's always good to see Rex. I think one of the things that is cool is that when Omega and him meet for the first time, she immediately recognizes that he's like a Gen 1 kind of clone, and he's like, how do you know that? And it's like, the lines in your face. And so I don't know if she's essentially meaning that she can tell that he's aging more. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of cool there. I really enjoyed the overall feel of this episode. It was cool going to Baraka. I don't know. Baraka. I don't know. It's just a really cool planet that they're actually visiting, something that's already established in Star Wars, which I like, and we have a little kind of nod to the Sarlacc, as well as, you know, what's going to happen with Cal Kestis here. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Yeah, it's just a cool way to tie in some more lore there. And we know that Bad Batch is always going to be on a run, but like I said, I feel like, you know, you need to not be so recognizable in their clone gear. I'm hoping that changes over the next couple weeks. And we're almost the halfway point, which is crazy. Next week will be episode 8, which will be the halfway point. We're at it's going to be 16 episodes, so I'm pretty excited about that. And again, you know, there's still, you know, we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, the headaches with Wrecker was going to definitely play in, and it played out this episode, which is a nice payoff because we knew Wrecker was going that way. But really, you know, the two big things is obviously Crosshair. What's happening with him? Are we going to get back to him? And will they be able to take out the inhibitor chip? Because it would be nice to have Crosshair back. I really like that they have Rex in here. It was good to see him. I mean, we got the one shot from the trailer finally in this episode where you see kind of Rex kind of on the junk planet, kind of, you know, coming into frame, which was cool. But yeah, it's really, you know, what's going on with Crosshair, bigger picture with Tarkin, and just the initiative of the assembly of the stormtroopers and how the Empire's formed. Those are big questions. Yeah, it's just gonna be cool. I really like how this is going. I think it's well paced. There's a lot going on. But yeah, the two things for me is just the kind of tender moment with Rex and Omega, and then obviously Omega and Wrecker having that fun moment at the beginning after they did their score and getting, you know, the Garrett's popcorn, the Mattel mix, getting that, and then also just Omega at the end really kind of forgiving Wrecker when Wrecker was full blown, you know, I'm going to destroy this team, which you understand how powerful Wrecker is and how much he's holding back, which is kind of interesting looking at, you know, there's definitely, it's fun when he's on your side, but when he's on the other side, that is not cool. So yeah, there you go. That is episode 7, Battle Scars. Thanks again for listening to another episode of Big T Little T. We appreciate all the Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses for doing so. You can find us on the socials. Big T Little T Podcast on Instagram, BLILT Podcast on Twitter, and then twitch.tv. Big T LILT is on Twitch. All right, we got stickers. So if you want to comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcast. Yeah, just send us your 5-star review. We will email you, or not email you. We got some stickers for you, but we also have email. Email us at bigtliltpodcast@gmail.com. You can drop us a question, and we'll send a sticker your way. Next week, episode 8. Yes, 8 of Bad Batch, and we're super excited for getting to the halfway point of the season. Now remember, truly wonderful the mind of a child is, and may the Force be with you always. Bye! Okay, here we go. That's good. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Here we go. Test, test, test. Yabba, yabba, dabba, doo. I know you. And we are a go.
I'm just